I got me a good Southern girl.
Oh.
And she even now she cooks for me, so I got all the bases covered.
All right, I'm rolling.
Wow, you're rolling. Okay. I'll ask you about this. Tell me about this.
About see the light. Let's see that old thing. Let's see that redneck on there. Look at that fella right there. Of course, that's with my hair down. No, man, this is a wonderful album. I'm glad to have a chance to just kind of get back to the basics of rock and roll. You know, if you like 60s and 70s rock, that's pretty much what this is. It's, my concept of in making this was really to put the little silver disc in, and it changes your CD player into a record player, man. You flash back to 1970, you know. And
this is all you. This is
this is me. I mean, this is not like the real thing, which was a pop CD. And I mean, hey, you got to make a living. You got to fulfill contracts. I'm grateful for Clive Davis and for Idol, but you know, I got to produce this with Frank Liddell and my record label, Sugar Money, that I started, teamed up with you know, Walmart to do the exclusive thing and to put this out. So it's a Sugar Money Strat Art production, and you know, done on my label.
So. Know you were gonna be like, this is him. The people who grew up with you and like, this is what you're about.
Well, a lot of folks here in Birmingham, and if you saw me around and doing some of these clubs and different spots, doing acoustic stuff or playing with bands, there's some of the songs like Whiskey, Women, and Time on here that I used to play out, Only Words and Sinner in a Sin. Now, see, you hear that in the background, that train?
Yeah.
I used to live about, I don't know, 100 yards from here, and that train, I used to, some people would probably drive crazy, but for me, I just miss it. So that's actually a nice little homecoming.
Yeah. Now, do you, Walmart, right? Well,
exclusively at Walmart, that's right.
They order it online or at Walmart?
You can order it online also. You can get on bobice.com, and that'll send you a link to iTunes. You know, we're trying to cover all our bases, you know, to be able to make it available to as many people as we can. I think there's a lot of people going to online now just because it's a lot more convenient, and you know, that's something that's showing in sales across the board. I think a lot of the record labels and different people are trying to figure out, you know, what they're going to do.
Though, too, right?
It is. I mean, it's making it tough to where now somebody like me who has their own studio and has their own record label, that they can, you know, put out a CD, and if you don't go platinum, it doesn't mean that you didn't do well. You know, a lot of the indie labels out there now can sell 50,000 units, and that's a successful album. If you sell 100,000 units, that's great. If you sell 250,000, you used to be platinum, you know. So
bad though if it gets out there, someone downloaded the illegal thing without any money, but that's another issue, I guess.
Well, and I think that that's another thing. I think that we need to find ways in music to obviously. I think one of the things that's keeping a lot of people from going and doing that is the fact that they see that it actually goes back in the artist's hands now. You know, they're not giving their money to a big corporation, they're giving it straight to the artist. And I think so it's a lot easier for them to go out and say, hey, I'll spend my $10 knowing that it goes in Bo's pocket, instead of just grabbing a copy and burning it from a friend. Because I know it's not going in some fat cat's pocket that's sitting there that doesn't know anything about Southern rock.
They buy this, it's 95% isn't going to some guy in New York somewhere.
That's right.
It's going.
Which, I mean, a lot of people don't understand what the music industry was based on and about. And, you know, artists throughout the year, if you're a big label behind you, you don't make a lot of money off of that album. They get all the proceeds from that, and you make your money from being on the road, and when the wheels are rolling, you're making money. Other than that, you're not. So I think there's a lot of misconception of how the business is over the years, and I think because of the internet that the consumer has become more savvy. And so now you can't just kind of pawn something off on somebody and expect them, you know, hey, we've been doing business like this for 30 years and it works, so let's just keep up what we're doing. You know, I think you got to be a sign of the times, you know, and be a little bit more modern and a little bit more, I think, show more courtesy to your people that, you know, make you who you are. And like I said, when people say, hey, dude, I'll come and buy the CD from you because I know it's going in your pocket, that means a lot to me because they get that this is music that's from the heart. It's not something that I'm trying to pawn off to make a buck. This is what I do for a living, and it just so happens that now we don't have to rely on a a big wig label to legitimize us anymore. We can do it through a lot more hard work. I mean, I don't have the money to shove into program directors' pockets and big label stuff at radios and different stuff. But we do go out there and kill people with kindness each day.
Are you happy doing it that way? Are you happy?
Oh, man.
Because otherwise you're controlled basically a puppet, aren't you? I mean,
well, you
I
are.
don't want to say that, but...
You know, and it's exactly right. I mean, even down to the artwork on this album, you know, and you know, I joke, but there was no wind machines out there, you know, there was no makeup, there was no, it's not some big foofy production. This is a Southern rock album, you know, and that's one of the nice things is having that control and being able to... This train.
Okay. Okay, now it's okay.
Now we're good. But yeah, I mean, now that the control's back in our hands, not, you know, when you put so much out there in other people's kind of, their hands will be able to get in there and mess around. You never know what you're going to get as an end product because you got a lot of people pulling you in different ways.
We need to wait?
No, we're fine.
I had one question, then I'll be done.
Go for it.
You're good? Do you want to bring up what you said earlier about where you may be changing your locale? Or?
Sure.
Yeah, just I guess that could be newsworthy, and the fans over here, all the women will be like, hey, he's back.
Yeah.
What's your future hold as to Helena?
Well, you know, I've been in Nashville now for 2.5 years, and I love it there, and it was really going there so I didn't have to go to New York or go to L.A. And, you know, now I miss Alabama. You know, I miss Helena. Helena was always so good to me. I remember coming, I've got a picture of a big old banner hanging, I think, in between these two posts when you come in that says Go Bo. And this place has always been wonderful to me. And so my wife and I have been looking for some properties, and you know, I'm looking to probably just go ahead and put my house on the market there in Nashville, and hopefully in 2008 we'll be back here in Alabama where we belong and back in Helena.
Well, I'm sure you'll be welcome.
Well, we'd love to be back, man. We love you guys here in Birmingham. We wouldn't have a career without every one of you. God bless you, and thank you, Fox6, for always keeping up with me. God bless you.
Hey. And now with our website, I think they can put